team, Coach D here from Eat the Frog Fitness Scripts in San Diego. Let's discuss a progression of the plank. I'm talking about one of our all-time favorite exercises. That's right, the push-up. Yes, the push-up is considered a variation of a plank. Now the push-up is a tough exercise that many struggle to complete even just one with proper form. So don't feel bad if you're not there yet. I'll show you how to get there later on. Basic form of a push-up is you want to start by stacking your hands underneath your shoulders. Now most people think that you want to go straight down, then up. However, you're actually supposed to dive your body forward, taking your heart rate monitor line right between your two hands. Dropping your elbows back behind you, making sure that they don't flare out too much to the sides, 90-degree angles as you push back up in one straight line. Now a regression of this would be dropping down to your knees. This will reduce the load that your upper body has to lift. Therefore, being on your knees is a great regression or easier version of the push-up. Now here are some tips and tricks on how to better execute a push-up. So a common mistake when doing a push-up is not thinking about anything as you perform it, just going down and up. What happens when you do that is that you often only use the smaller muscles in the arm and a little bit of chest. The push-up is a full body exercise. You should be using your chest, your triceps, your core, your quads and your glutes. Squeezing your lower body as you push up as one unit. A lot of times people leave their hips behind as they go into that push-up and it looks like this. They lower and then, oh, they don't have the core strength, so now their hips are left behind. If you think about leading with your hips, you'll notice it does make it a little more challenging. Secondly, another tip is to, when you have your hands on the ground, grip the ground. You're gonna lower, pretend you have two jars in your hand and you're twisting the jars outward. What that's gonna do is that's gonna engage your lats. So your hands won't actually move, but you're gripping and twisting as you push up. It looks like this, you won't be able to see my hands move as I dive my body forward, grip the ground, twist, engage the lats, push up leading with the hips. That's gonna allow you to create tension in the body. You will feel the exercise a little bit more challenging, but that's the proper push-up. Now let's say you're in between knee push-ups and toe push-ups. One last final tip is to lower from your toes and then drop to your knees as you twist and push up. Coming back to that starting position. Lower from your toes, drop to your knees, and push up. You can then work on slowly building the strength on your toes to get there with one full push-up all the way on your toes. You can always elevate yourself on a bench, a step, and regress from there.
If doing a toe push-up right now seems impossible, here's something you can do to start your push-up journey. Find a ledge or a counter or something that you can incline your body and do full range plank push-ups from there. As you get stronger, you can find something lower and eventually you'll make your way to the ground. Now you can also do our lower as low as you can from the toes, then drop to the knees and press at the incline. And remember, the slower you lower, the stronger you're gonna get. Remember, you're strongest in the lowering or eccentric phase, so take your time. That's how you're gonna get to a full push-up.
Now let's talk about the positioning of where your elbows should be. A lot of people ask me, where should my elbows go? Should they be wide? Should they be close? What? As for most things when it comes to fitness, you have to ask yourself, what is your goal? Are you working to get better at push-ups? Okay, well then you just want your elbows to be naturally behind you, making sure that they're not flared too wide and they're not tucked in too close. You're just working on the push-up. However, if your goal is to target a certain muscle group and you're doing a push-up, then elbow positioning is a very, very great way to manipulate this. The wider you take your hands and your elbows, the more you're gonna target the chest and pec muscles. The closer you bring your hands and your elbows, the more you're gonna rely on the back of the arm, the tricep, to push you back up. You can even go crazy and do an offset stance where one is wide and one is tucked close. Just make sure you do equal sets on both sides. Now the biggest thing to consider when positioning your elbows is that where are your shoulders positioned? The more weak you are at a certain position, the more your shoulders are gonna creep up to your ears. So if you're really weak at push-ups, you're gonna be up in your ears with your shoulders. You wanna make sure that you have neutral spine alignment. Remember, put your mind in the muscle you're working. Feel the stretch of the chest as you lower and feel the shortening of the chest as you press and squeeze.
The push-up is a challenging exercise and we all start somewhere. Choose what modification works best for you and then just progress yourself to get stronger and stronger every time you practice. You got this.